And in a NewsNation exclusive, last year, the pharmaceutical and medical device industry spent nearly $11 billion on payments to doctors and other medical professionals in the form of speaking fees, meals, research, consulting. In California, there's a new law aiming to increase transparency behind all of those payments. Kelly Beeson is live with that story, as well as more information on how you can look up your doctor, Kelly.
Yeah, that's right, Nicole. So last week, a California law went into effect that will require doctors to disclose the availability of a website called Open Payments. That's a federally funded database that shows any payment a doctor has received from a pharmaceutical or medical device company. Now, while this database has been available across the U.S. since 2014, this law is the first of its kind. It was inspired by one woman's fight for medical justice after discovering her doctor had taken over $500,000 in payments.
From the very beginning, I had like something in my mind that this is not right.
In 2014, Wendy Connect discovered she was a carrier of BRCA2, a gene mutation that can lead to breast cancer.
It was really scary.
After consulting with her doctors, Wendy made the painful decision to undergo a preventative double mastectomy and subsequent reconstruction.
I just was in excruciating pain, and then it never got better.
The excruciating pain stemmed from a failed medical device implanted during surgery by her doctor that Wendy says was put there without her knowledge or consent.
Unbeknownst to me, he was doing research and being paid for this device that he used, and the only reason I found out is because the device failed.
Wendy discovered her doctor's relationship to the medical device company after reading an article about the Open Payments database. Established in 2014 through the Affordable Care Act, Open Payments allows patients to research their medical provider's relationship with drug and medical device companies.
I just went to my computer, put in my doctor's name, and hundreds of thousands of dollars came up in payments, and then it was like, wow.
It's all about disclosures and patient awareness. Patients should know, does this doctor have a financial interest in a drug, a device that the physician is prescribing for care of the individual patient.
Dr. Harold Lee is an oculoplastic surgeon in Indianapolis. He's also an outspoken advocate for doctor-patient disclosure.
Research has demonstrated there's a clear influence of pharmaceutical payments on the prescriber's decision-making, and the patient should be aware of that.
Upset by what she learned, Wendy sued her doctor for malpractice, alleging a conflict of interest.
Had I known about the relationship and that this device was experimental, I would have, been able to ask the right questions.
Wendy's lawsuit settled for $1 million, and her doctor admitted no wrongdoing. But Wendy didn't stop there.
I think it was important for me to become an advocate because I was so outraged by what happened, and I just felt like it was now my responsibility to do something.
Compelled by her worry that others may find themselves in a similar position, Wendy reached out to her local assemblyman.
I myself was not aware of this website. I only became aware of it because of my constituent,
Adreen Nazarian, who heard her story and shared in her outrage.
As I was learning and understanding the plight and the challenges that she was going through, one of the key components and the easiest one to fix was just to make sure that the rest of the public is aware of this website and can make informed decisions on how they're going to pursue their healthcare needs.
After meeting with Wendy, Adreen authored AB 1278, a new law that went into effect last week. The new law requires healthcare providers to disclose the Open Payments database to patients.
It's a phenomenal tool that allows everyone to see what their doctor is receiving and better aware of the physician's approach.
Wendy agrees.
Well, I do hope that in the future that the bill will become more extensive and the onus will not be on the patient. I use that database religiously. Most people think, of course you're going to know if your doctor is promoting something, but they don't always tell you. And obviously, it's really important to know.
Now, research has demonstrated that 90% of doctors who receive financial benefits from a pharmaceutical company showed a significant bias in prescribing habits. Open Payments is a federally funded database available to everyone in all 50 states to look up your own doctor. We have that link posted on newsnationnow.com, Nicole.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.